Hi, fellow traders. Hope everybody had a good day today. A little bit better day for me today. Still a little slow. Didn't get the good trade out of the gates like I like to get and start my day off with, but um, ended the day better than I did yesterday. But I'm gonna go ahead and cover. I did take one trade yesterday. Ended up ending the day red, but it's no big deal. It's gonna happen. Just surprised that it doesn't happen as more often with some of the trades that I take. But yesterday I traded CNX, and I was looking. I missed the run up, so I'm looking for the reversal here, and it I had this level here at 1550, and then I had this level up here at 1618, and it closed above this, and then this candle opened lower, pushed up a little bit, but then started to sell off. And when I saw this, I was looking at the 2 minute chart as well, and I just felt that if I waited, I would miss too much of the move. And it had a clear path back down here to VWAP, so I figured I could get that quick wash down here to VWAP. So I got in anticipating that wash. Um, did sell off, got down to the 1530s, but I'm only in like in the 1545, 46, somewhere in there. And, that's just 10 cents is not going to help me. That wasn't the move I was looking for. Um, plus I was in, a starter. I wasn't in full because I didn't enter on confirmation like I normally do. And I was still, skeptical about this. The thing was there was no, support. I mean, no resistance above this until you get to 1618. And I wasn't going to be able to let this thing, run that far. So, I had to make a decision pretty quick. And I went ahead and got in here, right under this level. And it just didn't work out. It never did, hit VWAP. I was pretty, happy when I saw this. VWAP had run up and then it was starting to flatline. And that's, what I look for a stop to come back to touch it once it rolls over and it just starts to flatline. But this was just a fake out, and it happens. And that's why we have, stops, and, we have a plan, and we know when we need to stop out. So when this didn't work, I went ahead and stopped out, here, because this is a strong candle and it just started running. So it didn't make sense for me to sit here and wait for this candle to close and then get out up here, because I would have been in a lot of pain. Plus would have been outside of my max loss. So, it's just a matter of making sure when you have a trade that doesn't work, go ahead and take it off and, move on. Unfortunately, yesterday, the gap scan was just dead. Nothing really came up other than some very low volume stocks that I just wouldn't even look at. So ended yesterday red, and just walked away from that and refreshed my mind and got ready for today. And that's kind of all you can do when you have situations like that. All right, now this morning I had GNC on my watch, and I had um, Domino's Pizza on my watch, DPZ. And I was very disappointed in DPZ because it opened with very little volume and it just got worse from there. Yes, it made some moves. Let me see if I still had a chart up. Probably don't even still had a chart up on that thing. Let me see. I'll just change this chart. But you see, DPZ, it just did not have the volume, and it chopped around, and eventually got to where I wanted to take it. I was looking for it to fade, bounce off of this level, and I wanted to take it long up to this level, but it did not work. It just chopped around. I didn't get the volume that I wanted, and it just got worse from there. So that never materialized. GNC, I knew didn't really have that big of a window, but with some size, I could do pretty good. So I went in 2,500 shares versus the normal 2,000 because I knew this was going to be a smaller move, but I knew I was relatively safe because if I got in under the VWAP, I still had the 9 and I still had this level of resistance here to kind of give it some pause to allow me to get out if I needed to. So, 2,500 wasn't that bad. I took half of it off here and then took the rest off here when it reclaimed VWAP. And it slowly bled down, but this isn't what I was looking for. And I don't want to sit through the morning doing this. I don't mind doing this during lunchtime and at early afternoon. I don't mind sitting through something like this and waiting for the move. But at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going to tie myself up like that. So I got out, took the profit I had. It was pretty significant. So if I'm twice my daily goal, I'm not going to cry about it. So I went ahead and took that off, and that was GNC. X was an epic fail. I was looking for it. It hit. I got a reversal scan. 1950 or 1948 was the first level I was looking at. We got a close above it. Then we had a confirmed candle, so I was going to wait to 1970. But then this thing turned around and started to wash, and it baited me in again. So I went ahead and got short, looking for the move down to VWAP. So I did get a move down to like the high 20s. But I was looking for a little bit more. I was in at 45, and I was looking for at least 30 cents on my first cover, and then, taking the rest off down here at VWAP. But it just didn't materialize. Never did take a cover here because it just didn't make sense. Here again, about 10 cents or so is not what I'm looking for. And, I could have taken it and been out of the trade, but I wanted to give it a chance to work, and it didn't. So I got out break even here. So that no harm, no foul. It was a decent setup. It was worth a try. We had big buying volume here. Then it started to nose over. The buyers were getting exhausted, and the sellers should have been coming in, but they didn't. So that was it on X. MJN was the trade I got after lunch, and this turned out to be a perfect reversal trade. A perfect top reversal, reverse right off of this level here, 89.26. I was able to get in, here at, let's see, 89.23. We had the reason why I didn't wait for this. Normally I would have waited and got in on this candle, but we had this wick that ran up and tested it, and it closed below it. This wick ran up. It did make a new high, but it quickly sold back off. So I went ahead and got in here, and I could have added up here if I wanted to. I knew that, I had about 20 cents away, a little over 20 cents away, I had another area of resistance. So if it cracked this one, I had another one up here that I can add to, for the move back down. But never did have to add, got to move down. Took some off here at VWAP, at the 9 right here at 88.65, and then took some off here at the 9, the 20. Must be sleepy. Took some off here at the 20, and then got VWAP. But the problem here was I had orders out at 88.90. The VWAP was at 87.88 at the time. So I had an order out at 87.90. Only 200 shares got hit. And, it never came back to that level. Still had that order out. And then I tried to fill a couple times here, 87.98 to 87 to 88.05. And my orders just sat there. I had, a couple hundred shares. I had, I think, 500 shares left. And it just didn't hit. And I don't know why. But I sat through all of this, and then I said, well, maybe it's telling me, to wait. So I waited, and when it closed over the 9, it stopped me out. And eventually, it did get that pop down to VWAP, but this was just untradeable. You see, this was making higher lows, and it was, trending up. So that was the only logical thing, was to get out. I could have gotten out even before it closed above the 9, because there was a pretty big bet that it was going to do it. And then here you go, you got another one trending up. But then you get this quick wash down to the VWAP, which is just not tradable. So, I was pretty pleased with this trade. Wish I had gotten it all filled down here, but I couldn't. So, just waited and stuck to my original plan and took it off there. So that was a good trade. But what really upset me today was I missed another good opportunity. And, you don't get good reversals every day. You just don't. That's just the nature of the market. Just like you don't get good opening range breakouts on gappers or breakouts or breakdown on the gappers. It just depends on the market that day. So when you have days like this and it gives you these opportunities, I really, really get down on myself for missing them. And this was even worse. I was typing in chat what my thoughts were. And I had an order. I had a montage already set, 59.51. Already had in the announcement box in chat that I was short TPX 59, and all I had to do was put the price that I got filled at, the last two numbers, and hit send. I had everything set up, but I froze and did not click the mouse. I didn't click it. And I sat there and froze. I could have taken it here. And I didn't. I just really botched this trade. And this was a beautiful top reversal. Just what I looked for. The volume built up. Albeit, 3 candles, it started picking up. But this is what we look for. And catch the reversal, move back down. And it went right back to almost the level it came from. Now, I figured we wouldn't get VWAP because I doubt if it would have made it through all of this, the 9, the 20, the 200, and this 57.90 level. But just completely missed the trade. So I could say that I was a wimp today because I did not click the mouse. I sat there and saw the setup. Everything was beautiful. Everything set up perfect for me, but just did not click the button. And you gotta click the button. Gotta click the mouse. If you want to make money. The last thing is my swing RY. It's slowly getting back there. Tomorrow I'm looking for it to hit my target 6260 and get out. I really didn't anticipate to hold it this long. I missed the day right here where I could have gotten out, but I was just being a little greedy and missed it and almost lost the whole trade. But this fought back pretty nicely, and I'm expecting to get it, 6260s. I'm expecting to get it covered, tomorrow. But we'll see. The key, I don't manage these on the intraday chart, so I'm watching the daily chart, and when it hits it, I'm gonna take it off. But that's all I got for tonight. Hope everybody has a great evening, great night, a great morning. But I'll see everybody tomorrow in chat. I should finish my blog tonight, so I'll post it tonight, and it'll show up on Twitter. That I have a new blog posted. But just keep an eye out for that. And I will see everybody tomorrow in chat.